welcome to another Huddle Breakdown Extra Time. I'm your host Martin Murphy and joined as ever by James and by Alan. How are you guys?
Good.
Okay.
This is it. This is the last twice a week game.
Yes.
So we get to get off of the hamster wheel, and particularly Alan, and get back to some sense of normalcy in life. So that's good.
It means I'll need to be around the house that little bit more, I guess, which is possibly, obviously a good thing, but kind of nice to get out and watch a little bit of football. But I know that you guys probably will enjoy this more than even Brendan and the players will, being able to spend proper time with the analysis and going over things in a great deal of detail.
That's not my existence, Martin. It's just this is going to be placed with the honey to-do list. So now I got to revisit all this crap that my wife's yelling at me that I haven't done. And so I just ordered a saw, a reciprocating saw this morning. So I got a bunch of wood I got to cut up. So that's the sentence I'm facing. But at least I'll get some fresh air, some vitamin D, probably cut off an appendage or two because I'm a complete horrible DIY type of person. But
I was just thinking, what a renaissance man you really are there, getting out with your saw and all different types of saws as well. Wow.
Shooting critters, kissing sisters.
Oh, no, none of that. None of that. But it's amazing what YouTube has liberated in all of us completely unskilled laborers. So I can watch a video 73 times in a row to rewatch to finally not cut something off I'm not supposed to on my own body. That's the goal. Nothing gets done fast, that's for sure.
Because you'll be so far from, any medical centres and where you live, it'll be one of these you've got to do it yourself with a tourniquet. And I saw a lot of those old John Wayne movies. It was just bottles of whiskey and things,
That's what we do.
Yeah. Good
Dump
stuff.
the whiskey in the hole and then start chugging it.
Nobody can, even if there was a hospital, nobody can afford healthcare anyway. Not even rich people like James anymore.
James could afford that.
This dystopian future that you've elected for yourself.
Yep, that's very true.
Well, on to other matters, of course. So Celtic defeating Aberdeen 5-1 last night. Very good victory, and we'll get into the performance a little bit. It was a very, very strange game in many ways to attend, and loved the atmosphere at the start of the game. Always love those night matches with Peter's disco lights on and all the rest of it. I'm very easily pleased when that sparkles or flashes, it grabs my attention. But again, 16 points clear, all looking good. I suppose what would be interesting, guys, from the Celtic point of view, just briefly to discuss, I think first of all, I'll come to you, Alan, about Maeda, and I then want to go on to briefly look at Kasper Schmeichel as well. So I'll be coming to James to get his opinion and his performances this season, really. And then it'd be kind of interesting, I think, to look at, because it was such an odd match, Celtic's performance versus the way Aberdeen's set up. They were the last team to come and score at Celtic Park, in the 2-2 draw. Then, of course, repeated defeat last night by getting a goal just at the death. And their season gone off a cliff since about November. So it'd be kind of interesting to compare those. So, Alan, if I come to you first then, I thought Maeda, goodness me, what a performance. Again, certainly in terms of, his goal scoring, his pressing, and just general all-round play. I mean, what were your own thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it probably more than any other position on the pitch, the striking position is about moments. Because although you do power of running off the ball, and never get the ball, which is important because you're constantly either making space for other people or you're making the defenders think and move a lot, which has a cumulatively positive effect even if you don't get the ball. So it's playing the striking position well, People of my generation will remember Gary Lineker. I mean, people know Gary Lineker as the match of the day presenter and sometime outspoken social commentator, as he's become. But Gary Lineker was absolutely brilliant off the ball, and he would always say, because people would joke with him because you only ever scored tap-ins, and I said, yeah, but I was in that position 14 times and I only got the ball once, and I was there every single time, and that's it. And I think two moments really encapsulated for me, Maeda and where he's at in his game. And there were, of course, there were big moments because there were the first goal and the second goal. And the first goal is just his reaction speed and anticipation, and not just anticipating where the ball's going to go, but getting his body shape right and then executing the moment was just brilliant. And then the second goal, when Jota's breaking up the pitch and Kuhn's breaking on the other side, and he just makes this very simple, normal run for a striker, but still, it's the decision to do it, it's the timing of it, and that just completely opens up the pitch for Engels. Sorry, not Kuhn, for Engels on the right. It takes one of the two defenders away, and that then gives Engels and Jota the time and space to finish the move. And they were just brilliant bits of movement. And then even in the last minute of the game, in third minute of injury time, whatever it was, he's ghosting in at the back post for a tap in for a pretty brilliant Alistair Johnson cross, and he's there just bundling it in for another nice high XG goal. So yeah, these little moments really, those moments of movement, I think, because we talk about his work rate. And he absolutely terrified. I mean, the two Aberdeen centre backs had obviously never played against him before, and he absolutely terrified them.
And the goalkeeper as well, again, actually.
That has a cumulative effect, as I say. It has a cumulative effect, and it makes players therefore then rush, and therefore maybe not execute as well as the game goes on. All that was there on point. He's, as I say, he's never going to beat a man. He's never going to do a trick, etc. But that striker movement that I've talked about, that to me emphasises, the skill set of a top striker. And as I say, for me, he'll be the main man for the running. In the key games, he said, especially. I'm sure once we get into playing once a week, and hopefully once the league's done, we'll start rotating and all that good stuff. But for the big games, he'll be the main man because he's just got that clarity, and this is the difference between him and Maeda. Maeda plays with absolute clarity and an uncomplicated style.
We hope you enjoyed this free preview from all of us here at the Huddle Breakdown. We know you have options and we really appreciate you tuning in. To hear the rest of this episode and for much more Huddle Breakdown content, head on over to www.huddlebreakdown.com. We hope you consider subscribing. Thank you.